Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So, with the end of the college football season coming to an end in the next couple weeks, we have our Heisman finalists. And for some, and of course, with the last couple of weeks, there was some change-ups here and there. But these are the final candidates right here. At negative 2,000, we have USC QB Caleb Williams, who they lost the Pac-12 championship to Utah, and he actually popped his. He said that he popped his hamstring and also was bleeding on one of his hands somewhere for basically the entire game. Which if you, yeah, there people play through injuries like bleeding and stuff, but not many really play through to a popped hammy, which hurts like a lot. He said it basically felt like an old rubber band the whole game. He of course came out with the whole Kobe Mamba mentality, and kind of fits. He's playing in Southern California, which is UCLA are like 20 miles apart, like 10 miles apart from each other. So having him say that in Southern California, that close to where Kobe played and lives, it kind of made sense of why he said it. But like, come on, man, like if you really want to have your team have a chance, maybe sit it out and have the backup who is 99% chance healthy and can run around well and not be limping the entire game. I get it. You want to show your resilience and you want to show that you can push through anything. But in the end, like, it possibly hurt them winning that game. But he's the top bet right now to win the Heisman. We have the next one at plus 2,000. So Caleb is negative 2,000, and Max Duggan, TCU QB, is at plus 2,000. So this is not really surprising. Besides USC, we have here three people that are now in the college playoffs, in the 4-team playoff. So it's this is not really surprised. These QBs were really good, especially Max Duggan, who kind of brought the Horned Frogs just kind of all the way up. I think that they were ranked pretty well, but of course they got all those big wins throughout the season to of course be able to be in this conversation. And I think that it was not like Utah. Utah had a lot of stuff they had to have work for them, but wow, ESPN changed their logos, how they have it set up. Yeah, so definitely TCU had a great season, especially Max Duggan, to be at plus 2,000, which of course is second. And then now we have Georgia QB Stetson Bennett at plus 2,800, which I'm not really surprised about. Yes, again, as I said in my previous video, this man is literally a year younger than me and is a senior in college. I've been out of school for, as I said in my last video, for 4 years. So having him be in college with 21-year-olds, and he's 4 years older than them, now even actually younger probably. They're probably 20 years old, 5 years younger than them, 5 years older. You're gonna have some experience. You're gonna be able to understand things more, calibrate everything's faster. So I'm not really surprised that they didn't put him first. I'm not surprised that they didn't put him first, just because, like, if you're like that, you should you kind of expected to be a finalist. But he did, again, of course, they had a back-to-back 12th win and undefeated season. It is a huge accomplishment, and they have a chance to win again. And they've been kind of steamrolling over the other teams that they've been playing. They kind of just don't, like, they're just not stopping. They mess around with them teams for like the first couple minutes, and they're like, yeah, we're Georgia, we're good, let's go, let's kill them. They scored 50 points. Wow. I think it was I don't even remember who they played in the final game, but they score 30 points against Georgia to even have a chance. It was LSU. LSU scored 30 points, which that usually can most likely win you a game by a touchdown or so. They lost by like 3. Like, that's how good Georgia was, that they can beat a team by 20, score 50, and basically have the team that they beat possibly win. They almost won. If you look at all the other games, they almost won the other games with 30 points. So it's a huge thing with that. And then we have our final QB Heisman odds is C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. He's at plus 4,000. Not really surprising, even though they did lose a big game to Michigan State. But they are also in the playoffs because of some crazy wins that they did have that were huge. And one funny thing is that there's 2 recruits visiting for Ohio State during that Ohio State Michigan game, and those both those visitors committed to Michigan once Michigan won that game. Of course it's funny, it's a business, but hey, things like this happen. You see a team that can outscore the other team that you were visiting in such a big game, and I'm pretty sure they are from the Ohio area, but it's funny. But yeah, this is C.J. Stroud definitely helped this team to some major wins. So yeah, for my odds to win, I think Caleb Williams is gonna win. I think he should have set out that final game just to see if he can let his the backup run the game for them and maybe have a chance to win that game. But yeah, this is I was a little surprised that they let Caleb into the Heisman talk still, and it's such a high bet. I don't encourage betting, it does have here for what you can win. So if you bet $10, you can win $10.50 for Caleb Williams. If you bet $10 for Max Duggan, you can win $210. If you bet 10 for Sensen Bennett, you can win $290. And for C.J. Stroud, for $10, you win $410. So if you don't know the kind of system with betting, if it's negative, it is a favorite, which means that you won't get a high number reward back. And of course, if you're plus, you are making more money than you would put in for it. So yeah, if you're literally making 50 cents, well, technically you get 10 back. I think it's 20. You're technically getting 20.50 back for the Caleb Williams. But yeah, that's finalists right there, and well, and the voting is the the winner will be chosen tomorrow. So yeah, let's just see who wins. And again, I don't condone it. I have seen what crazy stuff happens with betting, but if you want to, those are your odds for it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.